Hi my peepers, welcome to Tea Time with Friday Reads, Colored Whips, and the Coloring News. So first thing is, this is my cup I'm using today. This side says decaffeinated and this side says caffeinated. Very cute. It's got paw prints on the inside lid. And today's tea is by Plum Deluxe. And it is white chocolate peppermint herbal tea for sweet and cozy moments. All organic. It's got rooibos tea, honeybush tea, cocoa nibs, coconut flakes, white chocolate essence, no caffeine. And no, you still can taste the tea even though it has some chocolate in it. But it is still flavored tea. So Plum Deluxe tea. I've bought quite a few packages from them. Their prices are very reasonable for loose tea. You know, I used to shop at Teavana, but a couple ounces was $30. And these are like 7 or 8. A lot cheaper. And they taste just as good. So that's what I'm drinking today. I can taste the tea, a little bit of chocolate, and a little bit of peppermint. So book-wise, yesterday I finished Cowboy Bold by Carolyn Brown. I will tell you what Goodreads says. Goodreads says, with her sassy humor and sexy cowboys, U.S. Today bestseller Carolyn Brown launches her new Longhorn Canyon series. So this is book number 1 in her Longhorn Canyon series. One city girl, one diehard rancher, and 8 mischievous kids. What could go wrong? Every summer, Cade McGuire looks forward to opening his Longhorn Canyon ranch to underprivileged city kids. But this year, he's having no luck finding a counselor for their children until Retta Palmer walks through his door. Flat broke after selling everything she owns to pay her father's medical bills, Retta is thrilled to hear of an opening for a counselor position. She's not as thrilled about the ranching part or the sexy cowboy with beautiful blue eyes, who's her new boss. After being left at the altar 2 years before by his fiancée, Cade isn't sure he can take another heartbreak, and Retta isn't even sure she wants to stay. But the sparks between them are absolutely undeniable, and with a couple of lovable kids and 2 elderly folks playing matchmaker, Cade and Retta may find that the best way to heal is with each other. I gave this 4 stars. I really like this. So, Longhorn Canyon Ranch has a summer camp every year for underprivileged city kids, and they're like between the ages of 10 and 13. What starts out with kids from tough backgrounds and chips on their shoulders ends up being the best time for 8 kids. They learn to be a team and to help each other, from doing bales of hay to weeding and pulling veggies from the garden, also helping to cook meals and set a table, riding horses and camping out. I loved the romance between Cade and Retta. Can they make the relationship work when she goes back to the city? I had a lot of fun reading this book, and even though I would not want to live on a farm and do all that hard work, I do appreciate what goes into it. And this book I got from the library. I do own book number 2 and number 3, so I will be getting to them this month or next month. And then I read a novella yesterday. It only had 144 pages. Molly, what are you doing? Come on. Come on. Sorry. So I read Christmas Camp Wedding by Karen Shaler. And Goodreads says, after finally becoming partner at her advertising agency, Hallie Hansen barely has time to plan her Christmas Eve wedding with her fiancé, Jeff. When their perfect location falls through at the last minute, they need to find a new venue. Fast. But everything is booked for the holidays, except for the place where Hallie and Jeff fell in love. Christmas camp. With time running out to transform the inn into a winter wonderland, Trisha, a top wedding planner, is brought in to help. She also just happens to be Jeff's ex-girlfriend. Will Jeff and Trisha's Christmas past get in the way of Haley's Christmas future, or can Christmas camp still work its magic for a holiday happily ever after? I gave this 4 stars. It's a quick novella of 144 pages. Jeff and Haley are getting married on Christmas Eve, but nothing seems to go right for them. When it looks like the wedding will be canceled, just a day or two before, in walks Trisha, which I told you is his ex-girlfriend. I did feel bad for Haley, as she didn't know about Trisha at all, and it looked like Trisha was not going to make it easy for Haley. I loved the bantering between the characters and the love that Jeff showed Haley. Even though it was such a short story, you still got to know the characters a little bit and their background. And this is on my blog and Goodreads. So, there's that. And right now I'm reading Evidence of Desire by Lexi Blake for a blog tour. I'm going to turn this off. So that is all that got read this past week. And I didn't go in the week before, so... And I didn't get these up on my channel. I need to do that today too. So, whips. Colored whips this week. So this was counted as my January 1st challenge of the year. And it's also a buddy color with Sherry, and I'm using my Deli pencils. So I'm working out of Millie Murata Wild Savannah. I just got this a couple months ago. And I had not colored in it yet, so it counted as my January challenge. And this is what I have done so far. And this is a buddy color with Sherry. So, yep. And so I'm using Deli pencils and a brown Jelly Roll pen. And then for January 2nd challenge, I also did a buddy color. No, it wasn't my January challenge, sorry. Because I'd already colored in this. It's not a January challenge. It was just a buddy color out of Michajelena. And it's set number 8. And yeah, I had already colored. So this was just a buddy color, and it counts for my color along. I just did not do it on the channel because we were coloring while doing a video chat. But this is Kristen, and I'm using my Blick Studio colored pencils. Good enough. And stickles, a little stickles on the wings. I don't know if you can see the stickles. So, yeah, that's fun. And then for January 3rd start for my challenge for January 3rd and the color along for the month, I am working out of Michajelena's Minikins. They're very cute. They're grayscale. And I'm doing Layla. And what am I using for pencils? My Moma Mujis. I did not write them down. Let me write them down or I will forget what I used on here. Moma Muji. Okay, so that's for my color along, and this is what I have done so far using my Moma Mujis. And then for my January 3rd challenge, I was doing Dark Garden. See, I'm all confused. Okay, so Millie Murata was the January 1st challenge. This was the January 2nd challenge and the color along. And then the January 3rd challenge was Dark Garden by Carla Majana, because I hadn't colored in this yet. And I'm just using markers and gel pens. Just a funky one. It's almost done. So those are my whips for right now. And I do want to finish one of my other whips this month, so I don't know what one yet. So on the coloring news, are you ready? I've had so many people emailing me and messaging me, so if I forgot you, I am sorry, and please let me know again, because I also need to get this up on my blog, and I will put the link down in the description once that's done, so then you can see it all. Okay, so January, YouTube. Sammy is doing Any Clara Markova, and her Instagram hashtag is hashtag Magical Markova Month. So I'm going to tell you Instagram right along with the YouTube. It makes it easier. Kate's Color in Haven is doing Disney, and I don't know if she has a hashtag. I am co-hosting this month with Sandy from Color Creatively, Micah Jelena. I have not even watched her videos yet. Have not had a chance. John the Bibliophile Colorist is doing Winter Wonderland, and his hashtag is hashtag Biblio Wonderland. Anne from A Colorful Life is co-hosting with Colors Chats and Cats with Michelle, Color with Donna, Dollar Diva 99 Coloring World, and Tia's Coloring Chronicles. They are all doing It's All About Jade Summer. See, no, I'm going to have to pull out some of my Jade Summers. I should include one as a challenge because there's quite a few I have not colored in. Coloraroo is doing Fresh Start Any Page. Coloraroo, it's hashtag Coloraroo Fresh Start. Now, you know that I've been doing all kinds of fresh starts, so when I post them, I'm going to have to use a hashtag. And I forgot to tell you that the It's All About Jade Summer, that's hashtag It's All About Jade Summer. And then Nick and Tina Colors is coloring out of Kirby Rosanna's books. Color with Faithful Girl 1978 is doing a color along with Alina Lazareva. She had a freebie for people that are in her group, and you can watch that. Lori Duffy has a channel called Lori's Coloring Hangout, and hers is Focal Point. Hashtag Focal Point. Pick a picture, color a section however you want, and color the rest in grays. Okay, Facebook. I went on yesterday, Thursday, to look up all the color alongs. If I missed any, I'm sorry. There's a ton of them. So, Pencil Hole Club has a Pencil of the Month. And what did we choose for Pencil of the Month? I don't even remember. Hold on and let me look it up. The Pencil of the Month for Pencil Hole Club is the Filas. Yep, the Filas. You get 152 colored pencils, so that is for that. Now, if you want to do buddy colors, Grace has a group up on Facebook called Coloring with Friends and Buddies. Join and find buddy colors. Please, we need more members. There's not very many people in there, and the same people are doing the same buddy colors. We need more people in there. Christine Karen Collection Fan Group. They're doing Starborn from December 30th through January 26th. The description for that is in the group. Coloring Tips and Tutorials with Faithful Girl 1978 is doing the Alina Lazareva on her YouTube channel. You will get the free image in her group, and she is using the Pablo pencils. Kelly Gearinks, I do not know how to pronounce this, so if someone knows how, please let me know. Kelly Gearinks, World of Color. Freestyle, any picture, any book, but you must post a before picture and an after picture. Linda Ravenscroft Coloring Group. New Year's resolution, start or finish, winter or summer. Hannah Lynn's Whimsical Adult Coloring. This week's picture is Peel or Pelly from Maui Mermaids. Let's color today. Something new for a new year. Pick any page, but a new book, new artist, new pencils, new technique, or something you just haven't tried before like skin or fur. Start something new. Hannah Lynn VIP Lounge has a new page up, and you do have to be a member and pay the $1.99 a month fee to get the freebie. Hannah Carlson's Coloring Club. If you go down to the woods, what would you see in the woods? Owls, foxes, squirrels, dog walking in the woods, birds, butterflies, rabbits, flowers, trees, leaves, mushrooms, etc. Find that in one of her pages and color the page. Little splash of color. Holidays until January 12th. Pick a picture depicting holiday fun, and you can enter 2 pictures. Molly Harrison Fantasy Art Coloring Group. Their January color lawn is fairy with bright colors, celebrating New Year with sparkles, glitter, etc. February on YouTube. I will also tell you their Instagram hashtags. So Sammy is doing Any Jasmine Beckett Griffith, and it's hashtag Beckett Bonanza. John from the Bibliophile Colorist is doing a floral theme, and it's hashtag BiblioFloral. I am doing Frogging Hopping February, which will be hashtag Frogging Hopping February, and let me mark that. That is a picture with frogs in it. Anything with a frog in it. Anne from A Colorful Life is doing an independent artist of Jason Hamilton. Coloraroo is Chinese New Year. It's hashtag Coloraroo Chinese New Year in any Asian picture. Color with Faithful Girl 1978 will be coloring something from Jana Prosverina. Lori Duffy, which is Lori's Coloring Hangout, is doing amphibians or reptiles, and it's hashtag Rephibian. Kate's Coloring Haven is doing fairy tales and florals. No Facebook yet. So right now they're just YouTube and Instagram, because Facebook is monthly. So March on YouTube, Sammy is doing Any Halloween, and it's hashtag Say What It's Halloween in March. The Bibliophile Colorist is doing Marker Madness, so it's hashtag Biblio Marker Madness. I am coloring anything by Molly Harrison, including her Patreon pages, and if anybody wants to co-host with me, please let me know. Coloraroo is doing Magical March. It's magical or mythical creatures, and it's hashtag Coloraroo Magical March. Coloring Chats and Cats with Michelle is Mandala Mania. So that is hashtag Mandala Mania 2019. Color with Faithful Girl 1978 is going to be doing something with Heather Valentine. Lori's Coloring Hangout is Marty Noble. Any image by Marty Noble, and that is hashtag Marty Noble March. April. I need a sip of tea. And I have time today, so while I'm eating lunch, I think I'll get these all up on my blog. Sammy in April is Any Fantasy. It's hashtag Fantastical Fae and Fairy Tales. Grace's Coloring Corner is Colors of Asia, which is Chinese, Korea, Japan, anything like that of Asia. I am co-hosting with Kate's Coloring Haven, and we are coloring out of any of the Coloring Heaven magazines, any of them. Coloraroo is spring into April. Spring, florals, rainbows, umbrellas, and it's hashtag Coloraroo spring into April. Color with Faithful Girl 1978 is going to be coloring a picture from Christine Karen. Lori's Coloring Hangout is any picture with an angel, and it's hashtag Angelic April. May on YouTube. Sammy is any Hannah Lynn picture, any book, or her VIP images. And it's hashtag the Hannah Lynn Along Take 2. John from the Bibliophile Colorist is halfway to Halloween. So it's hashtag Biblio Halloween in May. So see, we are going to get more Halloween pictures done this year. I am going to be doing a color along out of any of the Tomislav Tomic books. If you want to co-host with me, please let me know. Coloraroo is mermaid, mermen, or mermaids. And it's hashtag Coloraroo mermaid. Coloring Chats and Cats with Michelle is Marjorie Sarnat, and it's hashtag Marjorie May 2019. Kate's Coloring Haven is co-hosting with Nia's Craft Corner, and they are doing any of the Morphia books by Kirby Rosanis, and it's hashtag May Morphia. Lori's Coloring Hangout is Disney Princesses, and it's hashtag Disney Princesses. June, YouTube and Instagram. Sammy is to pick any floral picture from any of Johanna Basford's books, and it's hashtag Basford Blooms in June. Grace's Coloring Corner is Linda Ravenscroft and Grayscale. John from the Bibliophile Colorist and I am co-hosting Jade Summer in June, and so it is going to be hashtag Jade in June. Coloraroo is Beach Bum June. Beach, lake, swimming, anything like that. So it's hashtag Coloraroo Beach Bum June. Coloring Chats and Cats with Michelle is hashtag Gaga for Grayscale 2019. So I'm assuming it's any grayscale pictures. Kate's Coloring Haven and Nia's Craft Corner is anything by Hannah Carlson. Lori's Coloring Hangout is hashtag Gel Pen June. So use your gel pens. July for YouTube and Instagram. Sammy is any Nicholas Filbert or Kirby Rosanis book, and it's hashtag Kirby R vs Nick F Take 2. The Bibliophile Colorist is Lost in the Jungle, and it's hashtag BiblioJungle. And I am co-hosting again with Jen from Reading with Pugs. We are doing again Christmas in July, and it's hashtag Christmas in July 2019. Coloraroo is Finish Those Whips. So if you started this January challenge, time to finish them up in July. So it is hashtag Coloraroo Finish Those Whips. Color with Faithful Girl 1978 will be doing a color along with Laura Rafferty. August on YouTube, Instagram. Sammy is Colors of the Orient. So you got China, Korean, Japanese, Indonesia, etc. And it's hashtag Colors of the Orient. Mine is Color in Books You Haven't, and that's my hashtag, Color in Books You Haven't. Coloraroo is doing summer pages, so it's hashtag Coloraroo's Summer Pages. And From a Colorful Life is co-hosting with Color Cats and Chats with Michelle for Dover/Creative Haven Month. September on YouTube and Instagram. Sammy is doing mermaids/marine life, so it's hashtag Fins, Tails, and Scales. Grace's Coloring Corner is doing Magical September. John from the Bibliophile Colorist is doing Zeptember, which are Zen Doodle designs, and it's hashtag BiblioZeptember. I am doing Swedish September, so any of the Swedish artists, Hannah Carlson, Maria Troll, Emily Lighthall Oberg, and whatever else you can find out there on Etsy or whatever, include them. Coloraroo is back to school, so it's hashtag Coloraroo back to school. Color with Faithful Girl 1978. We'll be doing a color along with Dawn Davidson art. And Kate's Color in Haven is hashtag Steampunk September. Okay, another sip. Okay, October, yet YouTube and Instagram. Sammy is Halloween round 2 for the year. Any Halloween themed book, the scarier and darker the better. It's hashtag Colorists Beware, you're in for a scare. John from the Bibliophile Colorist is Horror Month, and his is hashtag Biblio Horror. And me and Kate's Color in Haven is doing Carloween 2019. So any Carlo Maggiana books. And it's hashtag Carloween 2019. Coloraroo is also doing anything Halloween, and hers is hashtag Coloraroo Halloween. November, YouTube and Instagram. I'm sorry if I'm moving around. Molly's laying on top of my book. November, Sammy is Monochromatic Month, the use of one color, variety of shades in one color only. And it's hashtag Monochromatic Month. Mine is Whipping the Whips. So we have another month to finish your whips. And it's hashtag Whipping the Whips. Coloraroo is Fall into Autumn. Hashtag Coloraroo Fall into Autumn. Coloring Chats and Cats with Michelle is Nostalgic November. So I don't really know what that means yet. You would have to watch her channel to find out exactly what that means. And it's hashtag Nostalgic November 2019. Kate's Color in Haven is Nautical November. Hashtag Nautical November. December. Sammy is taking any Disney book and transform any image using seasonal colors for December. Christmas colors, gold, silver. So it's hashtag Deck the Halls with Disney December. John the Bibliophile Colorist is Holidays. Any holiday picture, and it's hashtag Biblio Holidays. I am doing December Dragon Dreams, so anything with a dragon in it. And if anybody wants to co-host with me, let me know. Coloraroo is Beat That Winter Chill, so winter/Christmas pictures, and it's hashtag Coloraroo Beat That Winter Chill. Kate's Color in Haven is Watercolor Winter. So any winter pictures, and she wants to mostly use watercolors. She says you don't need to, but use winter pictures. And it's hashtag Watercolor Winter. And that is it for this year, and I will keep adding as people tell me. And again, I will update my blog and put the link below of all the color alongs. So I don't know if I will put the links in, but you can do Google search under YouTube or Instagram or whatever. You can search for those people. But that is all the news for today. I hope that you are going to join in. And if any of you have YouTube channels, Facebook groups, or Instagram, and you want me to include it in my news, please let me know, because the coloring community is all about sharing and getting followers and people to all get along and color together. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye-bye, my peepers. Tea!